and then they've all been gnawed, and whatever's inside them is feeding the little mice. Morning everyone. So we're on Saturday the 28th of October. It's a lovely morning, sun shining, no rain yet. We have had a lot of rain over the last few days, but we're just popping down on the first plot just to give it a check. We're going to take some leeks home and give it a tidy in the polytunnel. So I'll show you the mess that's in there now, and then we're going to make some space ready for some new beds for next season. So as you can see, it's very unorganised, very untidy. It worked for us last year when we first got this plot, but we just then started hoarding stuff and dumping rubbish everywhere. I think everybody at some point has been at this stage in their allotment life. But we're going to tidy it all up because we want a new bed. We can get another bed in that corner. And then potentially these shelves can be used for seedlings ready for next year's crop. So we're going to give it a tidy up and put some of this in the shed. There is space, but again, the shed needs a good tidy out as well. So that's loads of jobs for us to do. So as you can see, it looks much tidier already. Everything's been put outside. We're going to put stuff in the shed. I'm going to put stuff back in here. Not a lot, because we don't really use anything that's been in this space. I generally have my kit bag that I showed you last week on my top tip video. But yeah, I'm absolutely knackered clearing all that, running out, definitely getting my steps up. But that's what gardening's about, isn't it? Hard work. So we've made a space now. We're going to put that little table thing in this corner, because this is where we're going to put the other bed. There's loads of room in here. We're just wasting space. We always said that last year, but again, it's jobs that we're going to do, and the changes and everything that we're making are just, we're looking so forward to seeing what it looks like. Yeah, but put that in that corner, and hopefully it fits okay. So when we first got this plot, we discovered that we had mice in here. There was like little trails everywhere and stuff getting eaten. We've just moved that table and look what's underneath. We're guessing that these are like plum pips. And then they've all been gnawed, and whatever's inside them is feeding the little mice. So there's loads of them. There's absolutely loads. We can't see any signs of holes anywhere, but we'll give it a rake over. We'll pick all this up and get rid of all of that. So there we go, good tidy up, bit of a change around. Got one of the beds in place. Probably going to put another one on top of that and then get it filled with compost. We are going to line the bottom So it is going to be another no dig bed because there's just too much bindweed and mare's tail comes through here. It's in all the other beds and comes through the floor. So need a good weeding on this path, because when you come out and go onto this paving stone, it's really slippy. So we need to get the rotavator on it, and then possibly wood chip down the middle. But we have got loads of paving stones as well, so we could make a path along the middle, and then we've got space on the sides for pots or long planters. But that table's going to stay there for now because we do need somewhere in here to like store bits and pieces. The shed is an absolute tip, so we've just moved a mess from here into the shed. I'm not even going to show you that because it's just too scary. But I think job well done today. We're going to head off to the other plot now and see what jobs there is to do down there. So we're at the other plot. The broccoli in this big bed has been eaten by slugs, so we're going to salvage what we can for now and just take it up home. This bed will then become space for the brassicas that we've got in the home polytunnel. Spring cabbages. I think we've got some broccoli and colliers up there as well. But we'll give this bed a tidy. And I'm going to put some more slug pellet down as well. There's some onions in there that we're going to leave in because they should be okay, ready for next year. But we'll crack on with this and get this broccoli taken out. We're just having a field here. I don't know if you can see all those slugs on there that I've just found having a party. Yeah. So that's the broccoli that I've salvaged. It's not very big. Half it's been eaten. I've removed slugs from inside as well, and it just looks all rotten. So I'm going to take it home though, and I'm going to blanch it in some cold salt water and see what it's like. It should be okay to eat as long as I get everything off it, which it usually does. See, there's another slug still in there hiding. It's like, oh, such a waste. Hate waste. So we've taken it all out because it was just eaten. We've left those onions in. Eric's just giving it a rake over now. I haven't got any slug repellent here. It's up the other plot, but I think we'll just leave it. Might put some cardboard over the top just to keep the weeds down a bit, and then maybe next weekend we'll get some of the spring cabbages that are in the greenhouse in here with another row of onions, I think, because we've got loads of onions, and we've got that garlic as well, haven't we? So loads of garlic. Yeah, big bed ready for stuff to go in. I will just show you in the greenhouse. The garlic that I planted an inch and a half under is done brilliant. So that definitely works. Same with some of the onions as well. I think I did some of those like that. But I'll show you the garlic. So that's the first lot of garlic that I planted about an inch and a half in the soil. The way that Ali from My Rusty Garden does it. So that's coming up absolutely brilliant, absolutely great in there. But onions, the red onions, never seem to come through as good. And I've heard a lot of other people say that they have bad red onions, but the garlic in this one's doing good. This garlic at the back is taking a little while to come through, although I can see a couple of shoots there, so it's working, it's okay. And this is the pepper plant as well that I cut back. You can see how much the growth is coming through on those little shoots. So we're just going to leave that. Hopefully it'll bear up in here. I know people take them home and keep them in the house on the windowsill. I just haven't got room to do that, so I'm just going to leave them here and see how they get on. But that's the chilli plant that I haven't cut back yet. It'll probably all die off and everything. I don't know if there was a chilli actually still on it somewhere. I can't see it. But I think I'll just leave that, see what happens with that one. But some more spring cabbage. This garlic, that hasn't come up yet, and the one at the back hasn't yet. I don't know what's happened there. But oh yeah, there's a shoot on that side. But it's still early days. I'm just being impatient. All the others are doing okay, but the red ones are just not showing any signs of life. So the spring cabbage that we planted in a rush last week when we got it from plot 3 on the day we left, I planted it here and I had to put some bamboo in to keep it up straight. However, I found that one that is now no longer there. It's in there because there was a massive family of caterpillars just decided to invade, and there's still some in the soil actually. I'm going to take them out and get them out of this bed so they don't find that. But there was just loads, and considering the weather we've had for this time in October, no wonder there's loads because it's just so mild. So I'm going to get rid of these caterpillars there and give this bed a little bit of a rake. But I've checked the others, and in that bed, 2 of them came out there because they were too badly slug damaged. But luckily, I can't see any more caterpillars on there. But yeah, I'll get some spray put on these just to make sure that there isn't any rogue caterpillars. So that's it for us. Quick tidy up. Harvest of the broccoli, that's just gone in the compost bin because it wasn't worth saving. But we tidied the bed up. We're going to get the spring cabbage and stuff out of the greenhouse in there next week, or maybe some more onions. We don't know. We really don't want to lose any more brassicas to slugs, so we might just leave them in pots and keep them in the greenhouse. So I think we've gotten a lot done today. Please give us a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.